watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning in, hear what I say, but watch it real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
There we go. Hello, magnificent people. It is Shoshie from Shoshie's Magnificent Minis. Can you hear me? This music is a little bit loud for me. Hold on. If I can turn it down. I don't even know if I can do it from way over here or not. There we go. Yeah, that was pretty loud. Now I can hear myself think. You guys can hear me? Yay! Awesome. Frosty Primes. Weird Brush is in the house. Dingo. 1359, welcome. So I decided to have like just a quick sneaky stream. Yeah, I like the intro music too. Thank you, Mighty Quan. Hey, Rocks Gal. I wanted to do something special for some intro music because when I post my YouTube videos, I think that the intro music by itself without any kind of lyrics is boring. So I thought it would make something interesting. Plus, Mike's going to do a little video in the very near future, and so that'll give some people some things to watch. Yeah, so let me see here. I'm gonna flip camera. There we go. You can see the edge of my afro. Okay, Looks like my color might be a little off. I might have to adjust my little Shoshie spiral so I can show where I'm going to be holding Minnie. Alright, that looks off. I can adjust that super quick. I apologize for not having my poop together right now. White balance. Let me see if I can get my white balance. Do this. Yeah, that's too bright. Hey, I did it. Hi. Now we're all set. Is that better? Much better. Much, much better. Hey, Nick Claxton. I've been talking to your son, and I know he wanted to watch. I'm sorry it was later than I thought it was going to be, but at least I could get a sneaky stream in a little bit, right? So I've got a bunch of stuff here I'm going to finish. If you guys watched me, I did a late night stream on Friday, and we painted some dust figures. Let me show you what I've gotten done. They are Luftwaffe Fallschirmjäger, and they are from the game. Oh, you know what? I need to clip. Here we go. Here we go. Now you can see. Hey, Desbel 1. This is the Fallschirmjäger, and I have this one last guy to do. So today is just going to be like a mishmash of figures. That's why I didn't put any particular figures in the description, because I didn't know what I was going to do. I have a lot of things to finish, a lot of half-finished things. It's kind of weird. You know how that happens. So like this little snake, just the end of his tail. So weird stuff like that. And of course basing, but yeah. So I'm thinking I'm going to finish this guy because he's like really, really close to being done. And this is by Dust, 1947. They are a alt universe version of the world. So basically as if aliens and new technology and mecha came like right after when the normal war would have ended, and instead they empowered the Axis, and they kept fighting because they had all this new technology. Everybody had it, but so these are the Germans, and I was painting them, and like I said, here's all the finished guys. We ended up naming them. So this is Gunther Gruber, and this is let's see, what was his name? Gunther Bonds. Let's see, I had it written down. Bear with me. Oh yeah, Heinrich. This is Heinrich right here, and this is Gunther Gruber, and this is Hans, and Hans has a Salz shaker. We decided that these are not bombs, they're salt and pepper shakers. And this is Franz, he has the Pfeffer shaker. Okay, so it's just, we were being so silly. It was a lot of fun. I also have to finish this guy, so he will be right after, and hopefully you'll get to see me paint him as well, because I know that this guy's not going to take 2 hours to paint. He's just got a little camo and then his bags, and that's it. Oh, it's your daughter. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, cool. Tell her that I said hi. She just said dad, and I'm sorry I assumed, but I'm so glad to hear that she's following me as well. Man, I usually don't do that. I usually don't assume stuff. I've got my Winsor Newton Series 7. Hey, Rockscow. Did I already say hi? Aw. Bikers. Thank you so much for the host. Wow, thank you. Let me flip over. Thank you for the host, Riker's Iron. That's who it is. Guys, give him a follow. Thank you for the love. Yes, hype for Riker's Iron. We're just painting random things today, Riker. How are you? Yay, a lot of people get to catch me live because it's Sunday. I have to finish. He already looks amazing. Thank you. Yay, Bjar! I love that. Bjar, your stream has been boarded by the crew of Riker's Iron. We come for your currency, entertainment, and take only lurkers to feed the Kraken. Oh, you're the one with the Kraken. That is awesome. Well, I'm gonna give you a follow right now, because I don't think I am following you. We're friends. Maybe I am. Hold on, let me check. That's awesome. I definitely may have to subscribe in the near future because I really dig those emotes. Yep, I am following you. Good, good. Okay, good. Yay. That's funny. Yay, look at all the little Riker's Iron people. Good evening. It is not quite evening here. It's 4:13, but it will be evening soon. Lucky God 84. Hello. And how now, pun cow? Oh my gosh, are you going to tell some puns? I heard one today. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was, I ran to go see my heart surgeon, and he was so mad at me for running to see him that he said, "Why aorta?" That one's bad. Okay, we're flipping back. This is Hans, and we are painting some camouflage, and as you can see, we started with some gray, and then we're putting little blobs of like an ochre color over the top. You tried finding that miniature holder that I have? The only thing it came up was a Kickstarter. Exactly. Bingo. This guy is filling all the Kickstarters still. He just is finishing up the last of the orders, and then in November he's gonna go full retail, and you'll be able to buy them once he does that. And also, he and I are planning a collaboration, so you may be able to get some from me, including a customized Shoshie holder, and including some prize support he's gonna send. So I'm excited about that. Let me find. I'm dropping things. Oh no! Dropped. I don't have a dropped emote of my own, so if you see one that you have already, you can feel free to use it right now. I believe Flickster has one here. This was what we were using. This is Iroko, and it is. Oh, I gotta flip back to you guys. There you go. This is the color I'm gonna be using for his first camo shade. So let me know if that's visible to you guys. Good. Okay. Make sure I'm on cam. There is a alert in the chat, so that if you see that I'm off cam, you can do !cam. I think the mods in the channel have access to it, and they can let me know if I'm off. I think that's how it works. The little blobs you want, like, so we made an example. To the crew of Riker's Iron, thanks for raiding with us. Yeah, leaves the spoils to Shoshie's minis. To all of you, I must depart. That's amazing. I love it. Thank you, Riker's Iron. Thanks for the host, and thanks for stopping by. That's awesome. I'm going to turn off the volume of my laptop so I'm not hearing myself. Here we go. Okay. Oh, you guys were laughing at my bad pun, weren't you? Okay, I'm going to show you. This is the shape. This is the rough shape of the blobs. It's going to be kind of cloud shaped. Like that. And you're going to make various sized. This is probably the biggest one is this color. I'm not thinning my paint out enough, which is why it's not. There we go. That's much better. Okay. So mostly these little blob clouds are going to be mostly kind of horizontal-esque. Okay. Bye, Riker's Iron. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Deathwatch. Painting some Fallschirmjäger. Yaw. So I'm in the middle of that. And I also have another color. It is this one. orange leather, and I have that on my palette as well. And so at some point I'm going to mix that with my Iroko yellow, the kind of an ochre color, to paint this little gun pouch right here. How have you been doing, Death Watch? How is Poland? The summer right now in Poland, isn't it? All right, there we go. So let this dry while I do the rest of this. But yeah, you'll be able to get these holders pretty soon. November is right around the corner. I can hardly believe that it's already almost October. It's just, wait a minute, is it October? No, it's still September. It's raining and 17 Celsius, max best weather you can have. Well, hey, yeah, I understand. All right, so now the next color is green. And so one of the things I do, I'm going to post the link in the chat. One of the things I always do is I get a reference when I'm painting camo. So I'm going to post this in the chat so you guys can see what I'm working on. It's going to be the third picture on the left, or second from the right. Paste. There we go. Okay, so you can look at the photo. This is the photo that I'm using for my reference. And so I'm leaving quite a bit of the gray. I added this like tan because it looked like there was tan on the box. And then this green color is next, and I'm using, what green is it? The one I can't find right now. Here it is. Nope, that's not it. It's supposed to be an olive green, but I'm not seeing it. This is called field gray. It's not the green I was looking for. That is it right there. It's called Ardennes green. It's a little brighter. Only SS officers and special forces wore camouflage cloaks. Okay. Well, this is an alternate timeline game. So I don't know. I don't think these are SS. Good morning, Genuine Vision. How are you? Yeah, so like this is an alt timeline. As I explained, it's occurring in 1947, which we know the real war had already ended by then. But I guess in the timeline of this game, some aliens and new technologies became available that allowed the access to continue fighting after everybody been liberated and yada yada. So all the same things happened, except they just fought some more. And they had mecha and all kinds of other stuff. So whatever was true to history is going to be different for this game. So it's not necessarily 100% historically accurate in the first place. Yeah, you said if you remember correctly. Sleepy, Genuine is sleepy. Next weekend though, got some more paint done on the Thief. Yes, I saw. Genuine, would you please post a link to the umbrella that you did for the Thief? It's so gorgeous. I think everybody needs to see it. And if you're not already following Genuine Vision, he is an amazing painter and hilarious person, an Irishman in Korea. So he's got some odd time zones. So if you happen to be Australian, you can actually watch him because he'll be right in line with you guys. Yes, please. I want to see. Yeah. So the Thief, I've painted her before. You can find her on my Instagram, but Genuine's working on her on his stream. And yeah, definitely follow him. He did some really intricate, like little cherry blossom tree branches on this beautiful model. All right, so did you guys see? So just to show you, here's the little green blobs, and they overlap somewhat, not completely, on the yellow blobs. It's okay if they are not. And you want to make sure they're spaced out. Don't put them too close together. Okay, you have fun, Death Watch. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad to see you. Have a good evening. I believe it is, yeah, very much evening in Poland right now. Alright, so the next color is that orange color. And that is going to overlap both of these. Hopefully I'm not too loud for you guys. I've been yelling over my own music a little bit. And they can have like a little arm branches. They don't have to be 100% wiggly. Like that. Okay. It is 11:30 late. Yes, it is. Right. Okay, there's the awesome. Let's look at it. I'm gonna see. And now it's telling me to join Facebook, so I'm gonna have to go look at my other computer link. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. And there's her booty right there. That is the thing with Kingdom Death, is there's plenty of booty. That's why I paint them. Hey, Weird Brush. Alright, now these are a little bit smaller, by the way. You're getting kind of smaller with your pattern. I should have mentioned that on the example I did down here. You don't want these to be as big. A little one right there. Let's see, right here. There we go. This is Hans. He has a Pfeffer shaker. Your first Kingdom Death model, and you're definitely going to do another one. I know, you can get hooked really easily. It's a very slippery slope. And I think it's amazing that your first one is the Thief, too. One, a very rare and difficult to get model. Difficult to put together as well. Alright. Alright, so that's all the little blobs on him right there. Now, you're waiting to get, How Now says that he's waiting to get his 1.5 and they pushed it back. They will do that, but he had such an amazing turnout for the Kickstarter. I don't think he expected to hit, what was it, $12 million? That's crazy. So I'm pretty hopeful, because from what I've seen, Boots always delivers, and even though he's late on stuff, it's still worth it by the end, because everybody eventually got their stuff on the first one, even though it was super late as well. You need to get the Bard and the Nightmare Realm. Hey, thank you so much for the host, Jan. Appreciate it. Yeah, the Bard, let's see. I finished her. The Nightmare Realm is a little weird for me. I don't know if I'd like that. Okay. Now, I'm taking a little bit of this birch color, which is a very light color, and I'm putting little dots for the buttons. And we're gonna just accentuate all the little black straps just a tiny bit. That one might need a little bit of touching up. For those of you who don't know, this is sort of my tabletop level, you know, like upper tabletop, I guess, maybe, because it's not exactly a commission, it's just a gift for the people who own Dust. Gregoire and Alicia Buabolo, very nice people. I got this mini from Adepticon. They just had me come to their booth and gave it to me. So I said, I will paint that for you guys. And I'm going to give it as a gift to Alicia. So. There we go. What have you been up to this week? What has everybody been doing? It is the weekend. I was gonna try to stream yesterday, but I could not. I was exhausted, and I'm just putting a little bit of yellow right here just to give him a little bit of highlight on his knee there. I think I want that more orangey too. We'll just pull this into the yellow a little bit. So yeah, I was exhausted. I could not keep awake. I spent most of yesterday sleeping. Not too exciting. And so that's another reason why I wanted to do this sneaky stream, because I had such an unproductive day yesterday. And now it says, instead installed a ceiling in the game room, picked up a lawnmower, paid bills, general adulting. Yes. So are you going to get to do any gaming before the weekend is out? That is the question. And if you got the ceiling installed, is that including lighting and everything? Okay, so what I'm doing right now, I'm taking the edge of my brush, a little bit of that birch color, and I'm kind of, it's not quite dry brushing, but just using the side of my brush to catch all the little highlights of the machine gun thingy that he's got here. Stephen Therese, thank you so much for the follow. We're going to write your name down. Oh, a ceiling fan. Oh, nice. Those are really nice. Let's see. Wait, LLOWERS. There we go. And we're going to write Stephen Therese. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Let me know if I got it wrong. Aw, Flickster, hello. How did your stream go? And thank you so much for the host. Welcome, all the Flicksterites and Fulies, as we might call them. How's everybody? Yay! T's following now. Look at this. Mad hype for Flickster, everybody. Another amazing streamer. Definitely follow him. He's been making mad goals. Deadly Wookie. Oh my god, I love it. E-E-A. It's totally spelled in lead speak. W-O-O-K-1-E. Whew. That's awesome. Deadly Wookie. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So thank you so much for the follow. Flickerinos. Yes, I agree, Treverian. Hello, Treverian. Another amazing streamer. So, lots of friends here to follow today. To follow Treverian, follow Flickster, follow Genuine, follow Riker's Iron. Don't make that a thing. Stop now. Oh, I like it though. Flickerinos. Everybody's got their different names. People here call themselves classmates because I run my stream like a class. I call them my magnificents, right? Did I drop my brush again? May have. No, there it is. It's on the side of my palette. It's not and how is it not a thing yet? Aw. You already followed them all. Hey, Painting Stingray. Yes. How can you not follow them? They're amazing. So much fun to watch, too. So we've been painting some camouflage on this German Luftwaffe Fallschirmjäger. And he is very happy to have this pfeffer shaker right here that is not a bomb. Right? Sorry, Treverian. I hope I didn't offend. So we are painting to make a little fun. Bargingo. Bargingo? Is that how I say it? Thank you so much for the follow. I'm writing your name down as well. And am I writing it in the right spot? Nope, you can't see anything. Everything is behind. Okay, I'm gonna write it up here. Aries. Deadly Wookie. And what was it? Bar Gingo. Thank you for the follow. I'm good. Okay, good. Well, so we decided that these Luftwaffe Fallschirmjäger, that they are inspecting salt and pepper shakers, and that is what is in the box right here. And this is Franz, and this is Heinrich, and this is Gunter Gruber. Hey, Katie, I'm obsessed. That is amazing. Is that a sun stalker with a rainbow in its mouth? Oh, wow. Mortar rounds. Well, yes, but salts and pfeffer. Okay, Painting Stingray, it was good to see you. That's amazing. I might have to subscribe. Katie, I'm obsessed. Hold on, I'm going to check. I think I'm following. I'm already following. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm so amazed by that emote. Got the baby sunstalker as your emote, and it's awesome. It is awesome. That's amazing. The teeth are great. Snow Trudger 47. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Snow Trudger. How do I spell that? Aw, thank you for the host. Oh wait, he's auto hosting, but that's still great. Trudger. Snow Trudger, are you Canadian by chance? Okay, one last thing to do. We're taking this red color right here, Arbuckle's Brown. Here it is, Arbuckle's Brown, and we're using very small. I want you to see this so you can see. It's red, but it kind of reads as brown when it's very small. Very small little cloud blobs for your camo. Like that. Little bitty ones. Okay, so we went, these are all sort of the same, but they really go kind of biggest to large, or biggest to smallest. Here we go. And just overlaps right over the other color. The other colors. There we go. You love the videos. Need some push to start painting your models up. All right. That I can do. I want to see some painting in the next week, okay? I love getting people to get their models painted. Get rid of that gray. I mean, that's what we're all here for, isn't it? I mean, don't all of us have a little bit of unpainted models that we're just trying to get done, right? All right, this is Franz, and he has just the back of his backpack, the rucksack. We're going to make this one a little bit more on the yellow end. A little is an underestimate. You have a big shelf of shame, don't you? You have the whole KDM set, yes. I've been getting through little bits of mine. I still have all the expansions to work on, and the Watcher. I think the Watcher is the only part of the main set that I have left to do. It's okay if you go over the little straps, because you're going to go over those with black in a minute. You are brushing up on your skills before you get your hands on KDM. That is great. I think that's a good plan. I mean, I'm kind of speed painting my way through mine just so that when the new stuff comes, I won't be overwhelmed. Because this is my motto. It's finished, not perfect. It's better to be finished than perfect. This is a little bit of pig iron. And I'm just going to go over this little canteen right here. Yay! Valnar Siegum just started following. Is that how I say your name? Valnar Siegum. And where are you from, Valnar? That way it can give a hint on how I pronounce your name. Nikki Holes is auto-hosting me. Yay. You got the main set painted but the Watcher. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as well. And all your death corpse of Krieg just sitting there quietly judging you. Yes. Oh, okay, awesome. That's good. I got it right. I figured that it sounded a little bit... We're painting Germans, so I've got the German pronunciation in my head. Maybe I would say Fallna, but yeah. Not your name in real life. You're from the UK. Awesome. Ferix. Ferix. Oh, I like that. An Agent Deadpan. I'm gonna fit all you guys up here. Wow, all the followers. Look at you guys. There's Ferix. And Agent Deadpan. EEADPA. And there's another one. This is like a little host train. Awesome. Thank you guys for the follow. Welcome. This is a sneaky stream of mine. Normally I don't paint on the weekends, so you guys lucked out. But if you live in Europe or the UK, I'm actually very friendly to be able to stream for you guys because I stream during the day a lot. So that means it's your afternoon and evenings. Monday, I stream from 9 until 11. So that's like, in the UK, that's like 3 to 5. And then on Friday, I stream from 2:30 to 4:30. So that's like 8:30, 8, 9, 10 to 10:30. So it's very similar to this time, but a little bit earlier. Yeah. Good. Always like having new followers no matter where you're from. I need to do more sneaky streams because my Australian and my Asian populations don't get to watch me live very much because of my schedule. Part of me wants me to stream earlier so you can watch live more often. The other part doesn't want it because it would instantly kill 50% of your productivity during the day. Yeah, I get it. That's so funny. Busy Builder, welcome. The Busy Builder is going to go up on my classroom. So for those of you guys who are just now following, I kind of have this is my quote-unquote blackboard because I treat this stream like a classroom. That's the Busy Builder. And so when you follow, you get your name written up on the board as a thank you. Yep, the Busy Builder. Another way to get your name written on the board is if you are helpful to the stream by giving helpful advice or like, let's say, tips about painting, that kind of thing. Because I'm a painter, but I'm not the only expert in the room. Trips. Claptraps? Claptraps. Oh, and Miguel Oncio 13. Oh my goodness, we've got so many of you guys. That's awesome. Wait, we got the Busy Builder already. Let's do Miguel Oncio 13. Trece. Yeah. Okay. Hey, there we go. Thank you for the follow. Got you right there, Miguel. Welcome. So like I said, this is my class, but I'm not the only teacher. We have lots of people here who have many more years of mini painting under their belts in the room. And so sometimes, or even everybody is an expert at something, right? So when something comes up, like for instance, I didn't know much about these Fallschirmjäger. Some people mentioned, a little bit more about the history, and I gave them points. Yes, you can get... Yay! Oh, Claptraps. That's awesome. You got the star. That means that you just subscribed. Excellent. So I also write down the subscribers. That's right. So let's see. Let me write that down. L4EER4. 4PS. These are subscribers. Thank you so much. Awesome. So you guys, yay, Flickster. Yes, hype for Claptraps. New follower, new sub. Yay. So since I am an affiliate, you do have access to my 3 emotes when you subscribe, and it is September, so there is half off of any subscriptions, so that's exciting. We did make a goal recently of getting 100 sub points, so that is amazing, and I want to thank everybody who's been a part of that, new and old. It's been really exciting, because subs are not easy for affiliates, so every little bit counts. You've been doing things wrong now for years. Yes, there is no such thing. I say if it looks how you want it, by the end of it, that's you did it right. Exactly. And every piece is practice toward the next, right? So this is that orangey color right over his rucksack. Got a couple. He's got a blanket back here. And we're almost done with him, and then I'm going to attach him to the base and call it done. He's a little wiggly. I took, so these, the way the dust figures come, they come already on this. They come pre-primed in a gray primer. They've got, here's the dust tactics, isn't that nice? And so I'm just repinning them back onto the base after I finish painting them. You really need to paint your KDM before you get some new stuff. Yeah, I hear you. I highly recommend an airbrush. It's not necessary, but it sure does speed things up. For me, anyway. I will be showing you Salamanca. Let me take a second to finish this guy, and then I'll show you Salamanca. I just am almost done with her. She's a commission that I've been working on. I'm going to set this aside. What sort of airbrush do I recommend? Well, I have a Badger. What is it? It's a Badger Patriot 105, and I love it. Anyway, this is Salamanca, and I airbrushed most of her. I did the stripes and a lot of the details by hand and the metals by hand, but like all of the large areas of color I did with the airbrush. And so you can see here, I have to paint this teddy bear and just a few other things. She has really been a fun model. Yeah, Patriot. Of course it's a Patriot. Patriot 105. Also, the Sotar 2020 is nice. It's got a smaller cup and does more detail work. The other nice Badger is the Renegade Chrome. I have that one as well. And then I have a hybrid that I use the most right now. It is a hybrid between the Patriot Extreme, the Sotar 2020, and the Chrome. So it's kind of got the best parts, and that was a limited edition brush that I got at Adepticon, so that one's not available retail right now. So yeah, you're gonna find that just do it. Start building and then start painting. Give yourself like little goals and set up like a schedule of some kind, or you know. Yeah, thanks for the compliment on Salamanca, Valnar. The airbrush helped so much to get her done. Alright, so I'm taking him off now. I want to make sure to get the last little bit of silver right there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's about as done as it's going to be. It's not perfect, but it is finished. And then I have a drill bit somewhere. Did I stick it in the cup? It's always fun when I have to look around my desk for my pin vise, because it's one of those things that I'm constantly buying a new one of. Oh, it's on the floor. I see it. So if you live in Europe, I recommend the what's it called? It's called the Harder and Steinbeck. It's a very nice brush, but it's a little finicky. The one I tried was, it didn't want to work with my particular compressor because I've got the Badger compressor, and so I had to get some components to make it work, and it didn't play nice. So, but if I were to start all over, I would still probably get the Badger. I really, really like it. Alright, so I'm drilling the hole. It's okay if it goes all the way through because I can clip it. Not big enough. Thank you, Snow Treasure, for the compliment. Can't afford a good airbrush. Is it ever worth going cheap? And I would say yeah. I know that if you're just going to base coat and stuff, sure, definitely. In fact, if you live in Australia, I have heard that Aldi often has airbrushes for pretty cheap, and that you can get them from Aldi. So I would give that a go if you do live in Australia. Try that out, because I think you could get a inexpensive compressor from Harbor and Freight, and I think you could get a airbrush pretty inexpensively. Yeah, maybe don't skimp on the compressor as much, because you'll want something like that to be lasting and not overheat or anything. Alright, so he's almost ready to be glued on. Yeah, the Wada Neo is really good for base coating. Awesome. See, in Claptraps, that is one of the things that I give points for, is that kind of advice. So I'm going to give him a star. I will, hang on, let me see if I can do it right now. Slash gift Claptraps. 1. Let me see if it'll work. No, let's do 5. It didn't work. Let me try slash give. I've never done this before. 5. Nope, it doesn't want to work. If one of my mods in here knows how to give stars, I'll reimburse you if you want to give Claptraps a few of your own. Here's the glue. Hank Janssen, that's it. Okay. A little bit of glue. A little bit of glue on his foot. And there we go. So this is nice and done. It does go all the way through a little bit. I'm going to hold it there for a few seconds. Counting. And just while I'm looking, I see a little, make these little Steely Boppers, metal looking. Steely Bopper, that's a clinical word, or a technical word. There we go. Alright, this is the finished dust model, and here is the box art, so you can take a peek. That's the box art, and there's mine. I'm gonna switch them so that you can better go. That's it. Not bad for a tabletop. Turn it the way that it's going. There we go. Loading up the mortar. There we go. It looks to me like the person who did the box art drilled out the binoculars, but I just made like little lenses on the ends of mine. So that is going to go to Alicia, and that is finished. And now we get to work on the changeling. You guys are gonna like this. Bye, Trevarian. It's good to see you. Tigress Dark got her Minotaur yesterday. Yay! Your FIL says that it's really well done. He likes the horns and gold parts. Awesome. I'm so glad that you liked it. Yay. Yeah, this is the blues. These are the blues that I used from scale 75, and it was like in this order: navy blue 64, scale 75 64, Mediterranean blue scale 51, and then scale 75 50, which is sky blue. And that's my little blue triad that I did this with. And then I've got a gray triad as well, because we're basically copying straight out of this little guide. So to make the white on his arms, I started with these grays. I did not use Citadel colors, so I had to basically eyeball my scale 75s to get these, and they worked out relatively well. So his arms are mostly done, and then we've got little details back here. It looks like I've got some scrolls to paint. We'll do that next, and that's with the same white color. So I'll put this up here so you guys can, well, we'll just fold it. Put it up there. Not bad. Tigress is priming Zombicide Prison Break today, and you need to get paint priming. Good. That's awesome. Are you gonna paint while you watch? I'm going to get out my grays. We've got, this is probably going to be one of them. It's not a gray, it's a blue, but it's a very light blue. And then I'm going to get this gray right here is called the Fang. And it's sort of a regular gray, like this one is anthracite gray. The next gray is rust gray, which is more bluey. And I'm looking for that. No, that's probably gonna work. Gris Grafeno. Wait. Yeah, Gris Grafeno. Grafano. Probably like gray graphite or something is what that means in Spanish. And then the last one is Fenrisian gray, which is probably way more blue. So, nope. That looks kind of close. We'll go with those. And then we'll do white on the last layer, of course, which is going to be our schmanky white. So I'm going to put all of those on the palette. Not tonight, hoping to get some paints next week. Awesome. What brand of paints are you going to get? You guys know I like scale 75 and P3, but any paints are good, really. And there we go. That looks good. This is the Gris Grafeno, which is probably like graphite. Little Chili Chip! I love your name. Your blending is so good. Have you any tips on how to get a nice blend? Yes, and we will show you. I'll show you on here exactly what I do and how I get my blend. In the past, I used to spit blend a lot, and I've started to give that up just because I don't want to get poisoned. Not all of my paints are, what do you call it? Not all of my paints are free of toxins. I believe Citadel might be non-toxic. P3 is non-toxic, and so is Reaper, but I don't think Scale 75 or Vallejo are. In fact, I know for a fact my Vallejo paints will hold a magnet to them if I put a magnet on the side of like my deep sea blue. Alright, so I'm going to show you this. This is a medium that is coming out of the top of the bottle. I'm just going to put it back in there and then shake it back up. You got to shake Scale 75 really well. Uh-oh, why is it doing that? Okay. Watercolor are really good paints for cheap. I've heard that as well. I know that for my tastes, watercolor and army painter are pretty, some of them are pretty thin and not as pigmented. Man, this is not... Okay, now the pigment's coming out. Give me 1 second to shake this some more. Ugh. Putting the medium back in. I don't want medium all over my palette. Okay, let's try this again. Shake it. So tell me, do you have all the watercolors, Claptraps? And if you do, are there certain colors in it that you like better than others? Because I know that with every line, there's always a good set of paints, and there's like paints that you're like, not so much. And this is the Varying Blue from Scale 75-6. That one in there. This is all to make my white grays colors. And this is the last one, which is Arctic Blue. Oh, I don't want to shake it with the lid off. You have some of the inks that are nice, but personally don't personally rate the layers. Oh, okay. Yeah, and the blacks and whites are really nice, so that's good. I have heard that their metallics are nice and that they have a wide range of colored metallics as well. Alright, ready? I'm going to start out with my first color, which is not that one. Is this one. Anthracite Gray. These are really very close. You can see the tops. I don't really see there's a difference, but we'll see. I'm just gonna go ahead and touch on the primer. Thin it out a little bit more too, because it was too thick. There we go. I don't wanna use up all my details and hide all my details with the paints. Okay. There we go. You have all the Scale 75 metallics, so it's hard. Yeah, I know. The Scale 75 metallics are amazing. I have them all also, and I love them. So that has to dry. Let's go back over here. We've got that light blue, Arctic Blue. And I'm just going to go over some of the areas I want to be a little bit more opaque. So can you see how I kind of keep my brush at like this angle, a 45-degree angle, and I turn the model. In fact, I'm going to put my model on the holder so that I don't have to hold on to him the whole time. Hey, Terea! The Bug King! Shattered Skull Studios is here as well. Welcome, guys and gals. I'm going to take a little bit of this gray in here and glaze it very well. There we go, that's much better. How are you? Citadel decent? I think it is. Citadel is great, especially for beginners. It's a little pricey, so I don't always recommend it for professionals because it's just the bottom line. Unless you have a sponsor or somebody that can get it for you, but I think Citadel coats really nice. You don't need a lot of it. It's really well pigmented. Plus, if you like painting Warhammer models, they come with these little guides and they kind of show you this is the color, and then this is the next color, and this is the next color, and so on and so on. So that takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. So for that reason, I very much recommend Citadel. I mean, again, in every line of paint, there is a couple paints that are kind of meh. I like the Citadel metallics, except for the pots of the Citadel tend to dry. They tend to dry. So they get all gloopy. I will show you. Hold on 1 second. Let me find this metallic. So this one was somewhat open, so I probably shouldn't count that, but look at that. Yeah, that doesn't really count, does it? It's completely dried. Yeah, because if you don't close it all the way, you're done. And forget about it. This is one of those mini ones that came with the little intro kits. Hank Jensen says citadel paints are even better when you transfer them to dropper bottles, and I agree with that. I just am a lazy butt, and I have not done that with any of my paints. So, hashtag lazy ass. I want to. I just, like I said, I haven't done it. Okay, so you can see on this elbow back here, I'm going to go back here with this gray. One of the other things I do with my blending is a lot of wet blending. I'm going to take the next color, which is my blue. That's my next shade, and we're just basically highlighting up, getting smaller and smaller layers, and smooths things out as we go. And now the last color, which is the last blue, it's the lightest blue. And the reason why they blend so nice is because they're very close to each other on the color wheel. They're very analogous. Analogous is a new word you guys can use, and it means next to itself on the color wheel. So blues are all analogous to each other. Grays are all analogous to each other. See how that blends pretty nice. Jan is talking about whether or not it takes a while. You transfer to 100 bottles. Once you get into the swing of it, it's not hard. That's awesome. So I guess I just need to buckle up and do it, right? Get busy. So there, so you can see me blending. So it's not looking chalky because it's, like I said, the colors are so close to each other. And I go back and forth, and I'm holding my brush the same way, same direction. And then the last little bit is the white, and it's going to be the smallest, so that's just going to go on his elbow. A little bit of water. Blendy, blendy, blendy. See that? A little bit more white on this apex of this muscle. There we go. See that? And now it doesn't look chalky or anything. It looks nice. All right, one little bit of white over here. That's why Shattered Skull uses the Vallejo range, because they're already in the bottles, right? Yeah, that little Hobbit paint pot. It was little bitty. If you ever buy the here, I'll show you guys. Buy the Warhammer 40K Intercessors and Paint set. It will come with 4 of these little mini pots of McCraig Blue, Balthazar Gold, Agric's Earthshade, Bugman's Glow, an Imperial Primer, and Armageddon Dust. So it's got like a technical paint for the base. It's got your primer, which you can use as a paint or as the primer. It's got a wash, it's got a metallic, and it's got 2 regular paints. So for like skin. And then it's got a little guide. And I've been using this kit to do a basics class here in town. Treya just said something. I remember you saying you'd gotten glass beads. Yeah, that's for I got them from Slow Fuse. And you can also get them from Scale 75 themselves, I believe. And they just agitators inside my paints because they get that medium. Makes a big difference. But yeah, I got my glass glass beads from Slow Fuse Gaming, who is on Facebook and on Twitch. Ceramic beads, steel beads. I would avoid steel just because some of them are not. Well, some of them might rust if they're not stainless steel. I think they could rust, so you got to be careful. I know somebody who ruined an entire batch. Aw, thank you for the cheer, Terea. Entire batch of his paints by putting steel bearings or something that rusted in his paints. That was really unfortunate. Alright, we're just hitting the very tops of his muscles with the white. And the reason why it looks smooth is because we did not use very much white. White is the last color, because we used that blue before that. So like the white really pops out if you use blue before that. So see that? Alright, let's look at his back here. He does have a little birdie skull back here, like most of the Zinch. I'm going to use the blue. I think I started with some kind of birch color for the beak and for the head. There we go. They started to rust in the metallics, but not the normal paints. I wonder why that is. I don't know. Maybe the normal paints are a little bit more airtight or something. I don't know. You made the blending look so easy. Seriously, look at this little chip. This is the order that I did. I did gray to start, and I'm gonna give you a quick little blending lesson. So we've got our gray, right? That's our first layer, and you let that dry. You want to let your layers dry. Or if you're going to do wet blending, you don't have to let it dry. And your next color, gray, goes next. And see, those two are very close to each other, so you really don't see the line. And the next is blue, which is this gray-blue color. Oops, and it's very, like it has a lot of medium mixed in it. Give me 1 second while I grab the right blue. I gotta shake it some more. Never use steel. A lot of companies lie about stainless steel balls. Oh no, I didn't know that. That's good to know. Jen, I'm giving you a point for the good advice. Helpful students here. Yes. Genuine vision. Here we go. I always give advice or give points out to people who give helpful advice, guys. All right, so here's that blue. See how it's blending? And then the last color is the lighter blue. Now if I just started from gray to this color, it would be a very abrupt transition. But because we have the blue in between, it's a bridging color. It's your mid-tone. Mid-tone. And the last is the white, which is the smallest. You're going to use the smallest amount of it, because you can see how bright it is. And that's your final highlight. And that acts as a bridge between your mid-tone here and your final highlight. So I usually do 2 highlights. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Now, let's go. We did the first gray. Do the blue. Hopefully this will work. So if your source stainless steel from food preparation sites that meets ANSI standards from ferrous content, you'll be fine. Yeah, definitely. You don't want iron in your, especially if you're a brush licker too. Make sure you check that. That's the other reason why I wanted glass, is because I already probably ingest enough heavy metals. I didn't want extra iron just in case. And then you can cause stainless steel to rust by exposing it to iron oxide, which is rust. See, there's Bug King with helpful advice. That is awesome. Thank you so much for that. I didn't ever know that. Bye, How Now Pun Cow. Have a good weekend and the rest of your Sunday. I'm just hitting the highlight areas of all of these little scrolly scrolls. There we go. All right, I want to make sure. I gotta take the glasses off. Glasses off. Hopefully you can see that. I'm not off cam. See, this is a little bit far away for me to be able to see, but I think I can manage. All right, now last color is that really, really light blue. Let me read the chat. That's why you shouldn't clean stainless steel kitchen appliances with anything but stainless steel. Oh, introduction of rust to stainless steel will propagate rust. That's why you shouldn't put your good knives in the dishwasher, right? Because then it could possibly be introduced to rust. Okay, you're going to bed on it first. It's so good to see you. I'm glad that you guys could stop by. This is the little highlight for that. This is the blue. This isn't the white yet. See how that really pops out though already? And it doesn't look chalky yet. Now, so then when I put the white on there, it's going to look like bam. But it'll have that blue bridge color first. There we go. Looks nice. Morning, Skull Crusher. That's awesome. Carnophagium. Is that right? Reaper puts little pewter skulls. Yeah, and the pewter, I don't know if that rusts or not. I don't think they do that anymore. If they do, I don't think they do. I thought they quit doing that. They definitely used to. They used to just make those skulls out of the same stuff they made their minis. Pewter has some lead in it, I think. You looked up the ANSI standard and it's 440C stainless. Okay. Mathis 101, hello. How are you? We're painting a changeling by Games Workshop. And we're trying to get the skulls, or not skulls, the scrolls. The skulls are already done down here. Scrolls on his back with his crazy psyker spells or something, I guess. I don't know. And I'm going to go back here with the blue to smooth it out. See, that's the trick, is you can go back and forth with your midtones to smooth out your highlights. Already looking not too bad. Pewter has no ferrous content. Okay, that's good. Well, that makes sense. Nickel and zinc. Shoshie switch screens. There we go. I'm sitting here blabbing on and trying to paint, and you guys aren't even able to see me. Hold on. Gonna switch? Now my switcher. Hold on. Oh no, you have to use the mouse. My number pad died on me, guys. Yep, the battery died on it. There we go. Sorry about that. Now you guys can see better. Right. That's better. You can see better now? Thank you. I'm glad you caught that, Bug King. Here's the white. That's our final highlight there. See how that really... And if I want to blend that with the little light blue, it smooths out the white. It doesn't even... It's so close, it doesn't look chalky. So that was a little light blue that I took on top of that white. And here's white again. And then a little light blue. This is very, 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 very light blue. More white. Thank you, Terea. I like this changeling. He's pretty cool. Guess he's 1,000 Suns. He goes with what's his name? Magnus the Red and all them guys. More blue. And I'm just tapping, kind of like tap, 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 tap to get the paint to come off the brush. And a little white. There we go. Looks good. And then on the edges of the scrolls over here, it's almost like not a dry brush, but you're going to use the side of your brush. Kind of, it's almost like you're combing it. Rake it down the side to just hit the tips. There we go. That looks nice. Smooth it out. There. Okay. What's left? We got gems, and I will tell you straight up, I'm not so good at gems. So we're gonna try this. I'm gonna fail a couple times, and we're gonna laugh, and it's gonna be okay. So this is ink tints red. That's an ink. We might use that. I'm gonna set that aside. This is Antares red. I've already got some black on my palette, and I've got orange and I've got yellow on my palette as well. Those are the colors. Yes. Okay, ready to watch me try to attempt to paint a gem. Now I just noticed the first thing I want to do is make it black, right? If anybody has any helpful advice on gems, feel free to chime in. I'm going to make the whole gem black as my base. And then this is also a gem. Can you guys see that underneath his arm? I need to go back in there with my golds at some point also and finish. Got 4 gems. He's got a couple gems. Ah! There, this one. I don't know if they are the soul gems like the Eldar or not. I don't know the lore. But Eldar, if you want to get practice painting gems, paint some freaking Eldar, because you will be painting gems till the sun goes down. Right? Okay. think there are a few more. There's another one on his wrist right here. You have to get the scale 75 range on your desk soon. Yes. It's a really nice set. I agree. Here's another one. So all total 1, 2, 3. Whoa. 4, 5, 6. That's quite a few. We'll get some practice. Make sure it's all black. So. Alright, and is there any other gems? Oh yes. Oh, he's got a whole bunch right here too. Gem, 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 gem. And I'm going to have to go back in with my golds. Alright, before I finish that, I need to show you my golds. This is my gold recipe. Quote unquote recipe. If I can find it. Here it is. So the base coat for my gold is Deathless Metal, but you can use any brown metallic that you have in your painting arsenal. And you need to shake them. Miss Jan has ordered a set for your birthday. Awesome. Somebody's getting spoiled. Ah. Are you getting the fantasy series or are you getting the full scale color series, Jan? Alright. Now I'm going to paint all of my metal bases with this color. This dark brown. Like a brown metallic. Don't paint the gems with it. Telling myself that because I don't want to paint over what I've already got black and have to do it over again. I might have to do that one again. The 63 paint set, yeah, that's the scale color set, and it's really different than the fantasy series. They're both really good, but you need them for different things. The fantasy series is more satin and goes really well with Citadel and P3 and Game Color. And the scale color set goes really well with Vallejo. And I just realized I didn't paint any of this part of his belt yet, so that's gonna get painted. And I'm definitely gonna have to go back over with the black because I've goofed that up. And it looks to me like all of this part of his staff is also this gold color. So I'll just get all that done too. A few, you have to check the Scarab Marines. Oh no. Rubicas, I'll have to look at those. Rubicas, they have lots of gems also. I know nothing. I ordered the Dark Stars metallics for your birthday as well, Jan. It will be there well before your birthday as well. Aw, that's awesome. Bug King is so nice. Jan, when is your birthday? Is it really soon? Is it in October or is it still in September? Just asking for a friend. Okay, and then this little eyeball over here is also gold. And then Shattered Skull Studio says he painted more than 60 for these customers and it was a pain in the ass. Even Heinrich would not be satisfied with that amount. Yes, I agree. Heinrich would not be. Haha. That's awesome. Let me check something because I need to double check to see if so that's the actual skull. So we will not paint that part gold, and we'll just paint this part right here gold. I'm using the game booklet for my guide, which there's nothing wrong with that. Why break, why like reinvent the wheel, right? Oh, you ordered it for you. Okay, Jan's is at the end of October. Nice. October 28th. Good. Mine is in November. I am a November baby. And I'm very much looking forward to my birthday. We'll probably do a special stream for it. Aw, thank you, Drax. That's nice of you. How are you? I'm looking for other spots to paint this dark metallic. Real quick, I'm going to take my glasses off because I see there's blue on the side of this guy right here. Here we go. I'm looking for spots. Okay, I see one more. And then over here. All right, everything else is ready. So we're gonna go for the next color. Brassy brass, bright bronze. Sorry, bright bronze. You could use brassy brass. It's about the same. That's gonna be my second. That's gonna be my mid-tone for my metallic gold. And it will bridge. November Scorpio, yeah, absolutely. But I have a lot of Sagittarius traits because I'm on the 19th, and so I have the humor of a Sagittarius anyway, as they say. Okay. Painting. There was a lot of spots that I already didn't get with the brass. I kind of had a lot of brown already. This whole area here and here, light is catching. Oh, it is getting close to dinner time for me. Got about half an hour left on the stream, I think, though. I can finish in time, I think. All right, this is all the brass we're gonna highlight up with. I'm gonna take him off. There we go. JS Twitch is now following. Hello, and thank you so much for the follow, JS Twitch. Are you part of the Twitch network that you get to use that in your name? There we go. Oh, I put you under helpful students, but I'm going to put you down over here under, this is new followers. There. There we go. Thank you, JS Twitch. And welcome. All right. So we are in the process of teaching people how to paint, how I'm painting gold with a little bit of brassy brass on top of a metallic brown, which is looking really nice if you ask me. So watch this here, see? Wurzok, is that how I say it? Wurzok is following. Thank you so much for the follow. Where is my pen? There it is. We're running out of room, guys. We've had so many followers. It's so awesome. Wurzok. Lowercase in the L. Okay, let me check. Lowercase L in the Twitch part of the name, maybe? Ah, okay. I just see Twitch. There's Wurzok right there. So, welcome. Okay. We got that first layer of the brassy brass, and we're doing it on both sides because it'll look better. Trust me. Yeah. And I went ahead and made the bottoms of his little scroll, like, what do you call it, priest thing here, and I'm just going to highlight those as well. I thought it looked better than just making it white, so that's what I'm doing. I do attend ReaperCon, however, I'm unfortunately not going to be able to make it this year, JS Twitch, because I went to Europe. And I actually am also headlining at a con in Chicago. It's just like a one-day event for me. It's a little bit less expensive than going 4 days for Reaper. And so I'm going to be there. And I will be at ReaperCon next year. Absolutely, I won't miss it. So I'm super excited. I really do love ReaperCon. And then the next con after that I will be at is going to be Adepticon. And I always make Adepticon every year. Probably one of my favorite cons of the year. Okay, so quickly brushing that. Here's the eyeball right there. And in 2019, I'll hopefully do a German painting tour. Yes, that is my goal. Was talking to Shattered Skull Studio about that yesterday. Gives me another couple of years to work on my German, mein Deutsch. Mein Deutsch ist noch nicht sehr gut, aber ich verstehe mehr oder weniger. Ja, meine Aussprache ist sehr schlecht. Crystal Brush is at Adepticon, yes, and I will be there. Oh, look at that. I completely did not paint that, so I need to go back with the brown again. So if you missed it, you get to see this from beginning to end. Here's the brown metallic that we started with. Yay! I want to see all you guys enter Crystal Brush. I will do my best, Terea. I have a thing with competitions nowadays where if I don't have something done in time, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm going to finish it and wait until it's done and then enter it, because competitions were stressing me out so bad that I just always felt obligated to enter, and it was too much. So now I have a new policy where if it's done, it goes in. If it's not done, it doesn't go in. So I'm working with a couple different artists on coaching to help me, do my best. Yeah, I don't like to stress either. I have to win a regional prior to entering. No, you can enter, anybody can enter Crystal Brush. If you live in another country, you can enter a regional to get a special ticket. Like Hussar is a Crystal Brush, what do you call it? Qualifier. So all that the Crystal Brush qualifiers do is they guarantee that you get you get like a ticket to the show. But anybody can go to Adepticon and enter. All you have to do is make sure you buy the right badge. Oh no! Woo! That's our bug zapper. Pay no attention. I just realized I blurped gold on his back, so I'm gonna go in with the blue and fix it. You wish there was a competition out here? Any competition? Yeah, I bet. The competitions that I think might be in Korea would be like Mecha and those kinds of GoBots. Not GoBots, but like I'm blanking on what it's called. Gunpla. That's the word I needed. That's what you would maybe find in Korea. Maybe? Are they too scared to go up against you? Trying to be at Berlin? Oh? Wait a minute. You're from Poland, Zverak, so Berlin is not too far a drive from Warsaw. I would love to go to Poland because my grandmother and my grandfather were from Łódź. And I would always like to go, and my grandma said, if you're going to go to Poland, go. Said, go see the country that I was born in. So Poland is on my list. So maybe there's a chance we could extend over to Poland. Who knows? That would be really awesome. I just noticed that there's some streaky bits over here I had to get rid of. There we go. Trying to smooth it. It's just keeps streaking on me. Hey, Alfonso. Apollonius. Apollonius. Dawn's birthday is now following, and I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. How do I say that? Apollonois. Apollonois? Beyond birthday. Where do I put your name? There we go. Woohoo! You will check if there are good locations. Maybe we could do some workshops. Yeah. So you know what? When I went to Berlin, Death Watch 2010 came all the way from Poland. And even though I didn't even do a workshop, we just had a painting hangout. He came all the way. And that was really nice. I guess it depends on where you live in Poland. But I would love to visit. I only speak a little bit of Polish. Only like a few phrases. I know dzień dobry, dziękuję, smacznego, jak się masz, and ja cię kocham, or kocham ci. That's my Polish. Dobranak. What does that mean? I'm trying to smooth this again. It's still wet, so it's like wet and wet. And I did a glaze of blue over the top to kind of smooth it. It's still being difficult. There we go. Slightly better. You're just making those bridges on the paint. Ah, good night. Dobranok. Yeah. How do I say yes in Polish? Dobranok. That's awesome. I don't know how to say that word. I live in Bolesławiec. Bolesławiec? I'm not sure if I said that right. So, layering with glazing, yes, and wet and wet blending as well. That's exactly what it was. Tak. That's yes, tak. So, let me tell you something really funny. So, Karol Rudik and Kamelson, they're two very amazing Polish painters. They came to Crystal Brush 2 years ago. And Marta, Kamelson's fiance, I think he might be married to her now, also came. So the three of them were in my back seat. We were going to Chicago, which is very Polish. It's actually the second largest Polish population outside of Warsaw is Chicago. So they were very surprised to see lots of Polish churches, lots of Polish signs. They were pretty happy to see all that, and Polish flags. The Polish Chicagoans are very proud of their heritage. And so anyway, I took them, and while they were back in my back seat, they were talking. And I swear, I don't know if it's because I was around my grandparents so much that I felt like there were times where I could understand what they were saying, even though I didn't speak Polish. It was very strange. It was a really odd occurrence, I think. This is a little blue. I'm just kind of trying to kill some of this white. It's just a little too white for me. I want it to be a little bit less stark. There we go. All right, what's next? I'm still working on the staff. We got to actually use real gold. This is Glorious Gold by Game Color. That's our third color in our gold triad. And the first colors, if you hadn't seen, were Deathless Metal by P3, which you can use any brown metallic Does not have to be Deathless Metal. I just happen to have it. Normally I use Tinny Tin by Game Color. And then there's this bright bronze. And again, you can use any kind of orangey colored brass color. It's fine. What is the cat doing? Can you guys see that? There. Sitting by the computer. And then Glorious Gold is my third color. So that's what I'm using. So like in the movie The 13th Warrior where Antonio understood the Vikings, I think so. I didn't see that movie, but maybe so. I've had this happen. I also had this happen to me while I was in Germany. Two of my German friends were speaking to each other, and I do speak German, but they were talking very quickly, and even though I didn't know what they were saying, I couldn't have translated the words word for word. I understood. I knew what they were saying. It was almost like a clairvoyance, or sort of like it was really a strange sensation. I can't explain it. Maybe there's such a thing as ancestral memory of some kind, because I have both Polish and German ancestors. All right, so this whole part I'm going to quickly, it's like not dry brush, but I'm going over it quickly because that part is very gold. And then this bit right here also. And then over here. And of course the eyeball. If I'm getting stuff everywhere, it's not a worry because I'm going to go over it with other paint colors. Okay, and then since gold is the main highlight color, that is the smallest also. Ideally, did I get all his bracelets? No, I did not. Get that. There we go. Most of the gold on him is done. We need to get all of this over here. Again, quickly, not quite what I call dry brush, but just like we're hitting the tops, and that way if we paint quickly, the shadows will stay there, basically, is what I'm trying to accomplish. There we go. What's next? Yeah, so cool thing about metallics is you can blend with them in a way that makes them look kind of burnished, right? Like this. Oh, cat hair. There's our cat hair emote, guys. Do. There we go. Cat hair. You haven't checked out my emotes. We've got Shoshie heart, Shoshie star, and the Shoshie cat hair. Yeah, Bug King. Exactly. All right, what is next is his little serpent thing, and I'm going to take a peek at this. It looks like it's blended from blue to purple, and I've got my blue already, and I think I'm going to start with the dark blue. This is going to be really pretty, I can tell. And it looks like there's white that has been sort of maybe dry brushed over the top. I can't quite tell. All right, and then I need this color is going to be sunset purple, is going to be the purple for the snake. It's some sort of snake fish. I don't know. It's bizarre. All right, let's do the purple first, and then we'll go from light to dark. That sounds good. You want it to be thin enough that you don't lose all that beautiful scale detail. Right? And the reason why I'm doing the scales and the snake first is that when I come back and do this bird skull, it's technically on top, right? And so then it won't clash. And now I'm going into my blue. I'm mixing my blue with my purple. Get a mid-tone right here. Ooh, that's not right. Gotta get some more purple here. There we go, that's better. See how I want it to be gradually blue, not abruptly blue. And then we're gonna start going more blue. And then go back into the lighter blue on the very end. See that? I can see that there might be a little line here, so I blend that. You know, there we go. Oop, that'll boom. All right, flip it over, same thing. Purple first. It's going to be very pretty. And then purple and blue mixed together. And we're going to have blue last, right? Blue. And my blue. Here we go. This doesn't go with that music, so I'm not going to sing anymore. And then there's the light blue fish face snake. All right. Make sure I get it all covered. When I water down my paints, what ratio and consistency am I shooting for? I will show you. It kind of depends. So here's my paint. That's straight paint, right? Here's a bead of water that I'm going to put. I colored it so that you can see it. And I'm going to pull water in here. And this right here, it's like, see how you can see the water or the paint? See how you can see the paper through? I would say it's like a thick watercolor consistency. And then when I'm trying to do a thicker layer, I can add more paint. If I want it thinner, I can add more water. So it can change. And then I always have like a towel next to me that I'm blotting. So like, let's say I get too much water. See how much water is on my brush there? I can blot it and then pick up paint. And if it's still too dry, blot it and then pick up more paint. And so that controls how much water's in my brush. So there's a big blob of water. Dab it like that. So I'm always like controlling the amount of water, and I got that from when I was a watercolorist. So I'm always painting with a paper towel, always. And I feel it's weird. I feel really weird painting without a paper towel. Do you guys paint without one? I don't think I can. All right, a little bit more white because this looks like it faded a little bit as it dried. And that is okay. Got a little bit more opaque on, or a little bit more thin on me. This seems so complex. I can't blend to save my life. Aw, no. It's not as complex. It just takes some practice, okay? And be gentle on yourself. If it's something that you're not good at, just keep telling yourself, I'm not good at this right now, but I'm working on it to get it better. Because you got to keep yes, practice makes perfect. Exactly. I was not perfect when I first started painting. Let me show you. Do I have that model over here? Somewhere. There was, it's been a while since I must have taken it away. I had a dwarf that I painted a long time ago. I don't see him. Anyway, he was terrible. And I've painted so much since then that my skills have gotten better just from the practice. And even the blending on this, I would say like just 2 years ago wouldn't have been nearly as good. And I've just learned every year I'm pushing myself. So again, it just takes time. Time. Don't worry. All right, so this is Goblin Flesh. It's fantasy scale. It's a lot brighter. I don't know if it's going to come out of the bottle. There we go. Ooh, that's bright. We're going to paint that. Oh, I just dumped some on my actual... Okay, watch this. So this is sort of reverse blending we're going to do. We're going to paint the feathers first, and then we'll shade them with some Scawelia green shade or something, probably. We're going to use a little bit more of this bright green as well. So do you see how it's wet and I'm just going in and blending it while it's wet? That's a complete... There's so many different ways to blend that are completely valid. So if you don't like one way and it's too complicated for you, try a different way. This is just... wet blending is one of my favorite ways, by the way, because it's so fast. But it is kind of a pain in the butt because it can get streaky. Perfect means done. Absolutely. Exactly, hairdo. Practice, visit workshops, practice, enter competitions, speak to painters, practice more. Yes. Yes, all of the above. The single one thing you can do to improve your painting is try to change your painting to painting daily. Just painting daily will massively increase your skills. And I just realized there's like a little weird brass ring over here with these feathers. I don't know what that is. Kind of tweak in here. Let's see. There we go. Alright, I'm going to show you. We got to let this completely dry. We can't shade it until it's dry. I'm going to make sure it's nice and bright. There's another streamer. Her name is Electric Eve. That girl can blend. I'm actually not that great at blending. I fake it. Fake it till you make it. That's the other thing. Practice, practice, and then fake it till you make it. Because you will. Eventually. You will eventually make it. Wet blend all your fur, leather, and cloth that way. It's more forgiving. I agree. So I gotta let that dry. This part, the little fish thing, is dry. So I'm going to take my light blue and I'm gonna get a dry brush. Let's see, what do I got that will work? This will work. I'm gonna use this old cruddy brush and I'm gonna put a little bit of blue on it like this, and then I'm gonna brush off most of the paint with the paper towel, and then over here we're just gonna hit the little highlights of that. Aww. DJ4Y72 is following. Let me write your name down. Hopefully I will get this written down before my paint dries. Welcome, and thank you so much for following, CJ. Somewhere is a pen that I might have dropped on the floor. Nope. There's a pen. Wait. Oh, here it is. I found it. CJ. Oh, the bot's not saying it. There it is. CJ 4Y72. Yeah, take your time with blending, Fragloid. Stripey. You know what? My stuff looks stripey all the time. If you saw this, not under the camera lights, it looks a lot different. I can see stripes. It just looks really nice without the camera blends. All right, same thing. Getting all the blue off. And I'm just trying to hit highlights. We're going to call that controlled dry brush. And same thing over here. See how we're hitting that with the white? We need to get actual white this time, and same thing, put white on and then dust most of it off. Here we go. Same thing over here. See how nice that looks? And a little bit on this part right here. Again, back with the blue. And the reason why we want the blue on this part is I don't want it to look so stripy or so bright, because the head of the fish is actually, or eel or whatever it is, I don't even know. That's the lightest part. See how nice that looks? A little bit. Same thing up here. I'm going to take a little bit of yellow for my green, because when you put white on top of green, it desaturates it too much into a light green. But if you do yellow, it looks a little better. Same thing over here. And now for my shades. I had a Sorelli green shade somewhere. I think I'm going to use ink instead. I had that Inktense ink. Is this it? Yeah, Inktense green. I'm just going to take a little bit. It's not even opened yet. Put that on my palette. And this is where I'm going to very carefully, very carefully put the green down into the crevices of the feathers. That looks good. See how that looks good? There we go. Put more green where it's supposed to be darker and less green where it's not supposed to be darker. Put it all along those spines. See? That came out nice. It does take a lot of practice. It does. I always say, you know, Michael Jordan did not get good at three-pointers, only painting on the weekends. So that's why I like to encourage daily painting. Now I'm painting gray. This is going to be really good to watch for blending. So I'm painting the skull entirely gray to start. Everywhere. That's my base coat. Okay. Covering up all the little blurps and blobs that I made from the purples and the greens. So I don't think he's got any. Here we go. And Le Squig. Thank you so much for following. I love that name, Le Squig. Hello, BLLE. BLE 76. Good morning, evening. Le Squig. We'll put you right here. Squig. Ain't no thing. Yeah. Alright, next color is that blue that we're going to layer. This is the highlighting layer. Leaving gray as kind of the base coat still, right? There's a lot of medium in this one, so it's making it a little bit streaky. There we go. Okay, I don't know. That needs to dry now. So we'll leave that alone. And I just noticed some touching up I need to do over here with the golds. There we go. Nice. Nice. How do they say? Okay. Is it drying? It looks like it's still wet. Thanks so much, Lay Squig. Aw. Yeah, we're getting very close to being done with him. I'm very happy. I think I'm not really thrilled with the fire here. I think I'm gonna go in here and give it some contrast here. Yeah, I like that better. Just needed some pop. It was too desaturated. We'll have to go back in with some lighter colors too. So does anybody know, on his fingers he's got these little suction cups? Does anybody know why on his ring fingers he's got little suction cups? It's kind of weird. There's a little bit more. Oh, big cat hair. Big one. Put some more green on his little flame thing that he's standing on. And I'm going to go back in later and desaturate that with a little white. But I need to be bright now. So I attempted to do the same thing here. It just didn't work out with the scale 75. So I may go back and try to find the actual colors of the Citadel and redo it, because I like things to match pretty well. So we might fix that in another time, but I'm just going to make this more or less greenish for now. So ain't no thing. For suction, Avasol. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, for suction. So like, oh, maybe he like grabs onto somebody's head to psych them, he's a psycher, right? Psychers. I don't know anything about changelings. I don't know about their lore. I just know he looks badass and he's super cool looking and he's Zinch-like, right? About the white line on the cloak, do you smooth it down or do you leave it? It seems a bit rough. Yeah, I need to work on that. It is rough, and I will smooth it. And what I would do is I'd smooth out with a little bit of blue and just glaze it until it like was less harsh, right? Just like that. Better, much better. Yeah, this whole part over here too is too harsh for me as well. See how that glaze, it just knocks it down just a little bit. And I just realized my music just ended, which means that it's about time to find someone to host, which I'm looking forward to. All right, let me get my handy dandy thing. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I want to do something. Getting dark. Look. It's really dark. I'm in the dark. The sun is going down. I'm going to get some dinner. Here's the model again. And I'm going to look for somebody cool to host for us. Thank you guys so much. We had a big chat room full of people. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let's see. Rainer is on, and he is awesome. We will host him. Wait, Fancy Unicorn only has 7 people watching. Which would you guys rather watch, Fancy or Rainer? Both are great. One's painting Looks like a giveaway. We should host Fancy so you guys can get in on her giveaway, okay? So I'm gonna host her. Let me put that last intro song on so you guys can hear fun. Is that the song? Yep. All right, bye guys. Have a good one.
Go get your brushes, go get your pen. This is how you do it the Shoshie way.